International action over the Sahel has never been so powerful. I thank our European partners for undertaking to strengthen the operation in Takuba and who accept sharing the mutual risk of the ultimate sacrifice that our soldiers are taking. This action is not just military, as evidenced by a growing number of members of the Alliance for the Sahel, which we created in the summer of 2017. It is by working together and action on the ground that we will succeed. France will continue to play its part, as I know that everyone is fully engaged.
Now, to discuss, we're joined in studio by Marc Perelman, French politics editor. Hi, Marc. Now, on the one hand, France is trying to maybe leave space for other countries in the region maybe to do more of the heavy lifting, yet some pretty strong words out of Emmanuel Macron from the Elysée this morning. But Chad announcing 1,200 extra troops. So what's going on here? Is France sort of trying to leave more space for these Sahel countries to do more? Or how could you define the purpose of this summit?
Because this was presented as a summit where Emmanuel Macron, first of all, will go to Chad. He eventually decided very late not to go and to do this via video link. And he was supposed to go there. Why? To announce a partial withdrawal of French troops. If you rewind to a year ago in the southwestern city of Pau here in France, there was such a summit in which Emmanuel Macron announced 600 additional French troops because the situation was getting out of control. And so the assumption was that he would go there to announce that those 600 or maybe more, maybe less French troops would go back to France. Now it seems we have to wait for the conclusions of this summit, but it seems that now the focus is not so much on drawing back, but actually on putting more resources on the ground. The French president alluded to some European special forces. This has been very slow, but it's happening. And the announcement that Chad is sending 1,200 troops to the region is an important one. First of all, because this was supposed to happen a year ago. This was supposed to have taken place after the summit in Pau. The Chadians eventually did not send their troops there because they had some areas where there were terrorist attacks around the Lake Chad region, and also because there were some disagreements.
So this is asking Chad to send troops beyond its border regions to other neighbouring countries where there are flashpoints. So it's outside of Chad's immediate territory.
Absolutely. Yep. It's 1,000 kilometers away. It's in this three-border area region. Chad, its military has a much better reputation in terms of being efficient than all the other armies. So this is why sending 1,200 troops is important. But this was supposed to have happened a year ago. It's only happening now. And so this combination of more Chadian troops, stepped up European presence, and continued French military presence is, on the military side, the strategy essentially to keep up the pressure on the jihadist groups and make sure they can turn the tide. But there's no guarantee that this will happen.
So what can we expect? It's a two-day summit. We're, I suppose, some way through the second part of the second day. What more can we expect, Marc? Or is
there's a willingness also. That's the military side we discussed. It's obviously an important one, but it cannot be the only one. And obviously, there is a political aspect to it, especially in Mali. There have been really, lackadaisical efforts to really have a negotiation whereby there would be more autonomy for the northern region. This was supposed to have happened years ago. It's not been happening. There's also some pressure in Mali to negotiate, even with some of the jihadist groups. So that's one side of it, political reconciliation, and also development. There's a Sahel alliance that's putting more money there with a number of countries participating. So there's this hope that putting more development aid, fostering political reconciliation, and bolstering the military side will help essentially turn the situation around, because we'll hear, yes, there are tactical successes and so on, but the situation is not good in the Sahel region, despite all what you're going to hear today.
Okay, so lots to discuss at that summit yesterday and today. Thanks for that, Marc Perelman.